Boys, what's up? What's up? I'm back. Going back to something a little more informational. I know I've been doing a couple videos on Twitch stream highlights and stuff like that, just trying to catch up with my current VODs. But taking you back to school now, boys. I hope you brought a textbook, hope you brought your notepad, because we're going back to class. Today I want to talk about last laugh and why you shouldn't be fooled by the split great hammer if you're a dwarf or human or whatever. Don't be fooled by it. Don't succumb to its influence, bro. Don't be pressured by it, okay? So, first off, obviously we gotta look up the items, right? Show you what we're talking about. Last laugh. I know I have Mongoose on it. Shut up. It's cheap on my server and it's useful. So, whatever. It works for me just fine. At least it is enchanted, you know? And then the item in question comes off of 25-man Patchwork and Gluth, the Split Great Hammer. Let me go ahead and unequip this so we can just see the upgrade side by side instead of it showing the shield. Now, ignore the pawn stuff in the bottom because it doesn't even give you an exact percentage, so it has no idea what it's talking about. And plus, it's not properly simmed for my current gear set. I still need to update that. So, Split Great Hammer, 156 DPS, 43 agility, 42 stamina, 29 crit, 21 expertise, 66 attack power, versus Last Laugh of 171 DPS, 37 strength, 73 stamina, 31 defense, 34 parry, 24 hit rating. Now, a lot of people will assume because humans get a racial bonus for using a mace, you would want to use the mace. That's not entirely true. These items are similar. Let me start with that. They are pretty similar in terms of output, but that's only if you're comparing the two weapons. But as you should know, as we all hopefully know, gear is a lot more complicated than that. We have, what, 17 slots of gear, and all of them work together to build our set. The main thing, though, is 31 defense and 34 parry. You'll notice Last Laugh is way better itemized in terms of the defensive stats that it offers. If you don't run with Last Laugh, that means in these other slots, you're gonna have to compromise on your best gear there so that you can make up for that defense you're missing. And maybe even hit rating. Changing hit rating for expert, like the expertise is still good on the Split Great Hammer, but you're losing the defensive value in the weapon slot that you're gonna have to make up somewhere else. May not be a big deal, but that ultimately comes down to what gear you already have equipped. That's why whenever someone's talking about what's a best in slot item for a particular slot, you always have, or like what's an upgrade for them in a particular slot, you're gonna have to look at their entire gear set. Because just that change alone means I need to change my gear set to try and adjust for at least defense cap. And if I don't have another gear piece that has a higher defense value than my current set, like I say, I don't have higher defense in gloves or whatever, that can't match it, then that means I need to completely change all of my gems, my enchants, everything else, just to make sure I'm at least at defense cap so that I can use this weapon. Now, the benefit of running with the Great Hammer, if you can make up for the defense, if you can still be defense capped and use the hammer, awesome, go for it. And in situations where I would encourage it is when you're in a specific raiding guild, right? You're in a group of friends, you're in a community that's raiding, and maybe you particularly have a lot of Death Knights. I know even for DPS, Death Knights Last Laugh is their bis. Ideally 2, if I believe I'm right. You want to dual wield them. So if it's something with a lot of competition, then take the hammer up until the point that Last Laugh becomes open to you. Don't try and gun for it first and be that guy claiming tank prio and demanding the weapon, because really it's not worth it all that much. You can use the hammer as long as the rest of your gear still pushes you up to that defensive cap point. But if you're in a pug or something, dude, take the weapon. Take the weapon. 100% take it. Because pugs don't care, you know? If you're doing a soft reserve, reserve the Last Laugh if you want it, that particular run, whatever, do what you gotta do. Because what's the racial bonus? Let's talk about that. They say, oh, well, humans get a racial bonus to hammers, so that's why they should use the Great Hammer. Let's see. What is this bonus they're talking about? It's 3 expertise. 3. That's it. That's all you get. 3 expertise. Is apparently worth losing the defensive slot, or the defense in that slot, and then also have to completely change your gearing, your gems, your enchants, just to make up for the lack of defense in that slot. Because you're going to have to cover 31 defense. Like, if you have to do it by gems, that's 2 of the top rank 16 gems, which means you're also cutting your stamina, could be cutting your expertise in other slots, which thankfully would be made up through the weapons expertise, but that's just a coincidence. Could be losing, I don't know, hit rating. Like, there are other stats you're going to be missing out on too because of that. So I'm not going to say don't use it because it's horrible and terrible for you. Absolutely not. They're pretty close together as long as you can make up the difference in defense in the rest of your gear set. But ideally, still, at the end of the day, Last Laugh is going to outperform the hammer. Like, there's no one that can argue with that. There is no, like, debate here. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, just in case anyone tried to, like, push you out of it. If it's in a guild or a community, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. If they think it's better to put you on the back burner for Last Laugh and have you go for the hammer, if there's not a lot of competition on that, run with it, but just let them know that you're gonna have to, like, change your gearing up a little bit. And that's something you should be aware of yourself as well. So you can check any BIS list, even for human warriors, and Last Laugh is still on there. It doesn't matter what the weapon type is, it is pretty much a better weapon. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Tune in on the streams, like, comment, subscribe, all the good things. I appreciate your support, guys. Y'all take care. Bye.